Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 4 in this incredible series between these two incredible teams. Textbook Black up against TRIDENT Esports. Right now, TRIDENT are up still in the series 2-1 now after Textbook Black brought it back during that uplink biolab match and won it 9-7.
We're watching Beasting right now. It's going to be interesting to see if he can lift his game. He had a very dismal effort in that uplink. Hopefully, he can lift his game, and this is the map which they can do so. They're already up 2-1 in this series. Nice shot there on to take out Swifty there by him. The flag is getting pulled, though, by Zeus, using that EXO quite nicely. And, gets shot in the back. If he managed to just dip down, he actually could have got that cap quite easily. Yeah, would have been close to doing so. And that exactly, he had a good little run come out of that. Just couldn't get it all the way that he needed to take it all through. Quick little update, though, for playing along, and obviously the audience at home. It's 3-0 win to T1 Dotters against Mega. So the winner of this will verse T1 up on that main stage side of things. Avant T1, for all you who don't know who they are under right now, that organisation. But still, this one's going on, so we'll focus on what's happening right in front of us. Textbook's on our screens right now. Barney looking to make a play through towers. He sees a few players out there in courtyard. Goes for the shots, gets a couple of tags, but doesn't finish the kill off. Still getting tags there, and he gets turned on by Beeson. Unlucky son. It's really good to see Beeson heating up after that. After that previous map there, he really wants to kind of redeem himself for that one. Good shots there by Swifty, getting the headshot onto Chillians. It's going to be a 3-down. Can they capitalize? Damage just trying to be that over-aggressive person here now. Can his team get the cuts? It looks like he's going to have to go clutch right now. Swifty's running that flag. He's gone straight through the jump up. He's into Turtle now, but that's a big kill from Damage. Gets the return too. Actually, he does it. Barney picks it up. In comes Beast, and he cleans him up. No, Forensic drops too. Fake can't get the kill. And that is such a clutch play by TRIDENT. Can they get the counter pull too? They tried just then, but they couldn't run far with it instead. It was very close to doing so. They did their hands on it, but they didn't get far enough away to really run it. You can see it just there at statue. It's just sitting on the opposite side. Just going to get returned here. Demis tries to grab it and pick it up anyway and move it, but again, doesn't go far with it. So right now, the first quarter is almost done here in the CTF retreat, but right now the flags are yet to be taken that far. Zeus has been the only one to get a bit of a distance out of it. Chili is now going to give it a run. He gets picked up poolside, which is the more favoured side to run flags, of course. But right there and then, you will now see Barney trying to capitalise a bit of a counter cap here. They were so close to getting that capture, and TRIDENT went clutched when it was needed. Now Barney doesn't have support only from one player, and that was Zeus. But now that he's dropped, he's got to try and solo run this. He's got lots of support, though, as the fresh spawners come on in, as he's pushing that alley side. But the counter cap comes through from TRIDENT. Beaston, good job to read that one. We got a bit of a stalemate here. Who's going to break first? Yeah, they're both trying to run it as far as they can. Obviously, it's going to be down to the players that push a bit more aggressively and try and break it. So you see two players from this TRIDENT team pushing up on Textbook Barney, who does have flag. He's got a bit of backup there, but they might have just pinched him at the right time. They don't. And then he's to stay alive and keep this flag active. Now they've got a 3-player defense up against a 1-player push. It's Damage who was there. Then Fate trying to make a play there, but nothing really came out of it. So still, Beaston's chilling out here on this left-hand side behind the rocks. Bit of backup there by Damage as well, just to keep these guys alive. One push up, there's a bell long shot. Damage is there. Damage gets the kill. He'll keep that flag alive, hopefully, and allow it now. Both flags are being dropped, however. First hands on will get the flag returned, perhaps. Zeus is there. Wow. In here will go. And the first cap go to Textbook Black. Textbook, they weren't being aggressive when that stalemate happened for the first 20 seconds. They wanted to regroup. They knew that TRIDENT were pushed up. And then just from then, they gained control of the map, got control of poolside and courtside, and just ended up funneling through, cleaning up, trading out the kills, and forcing TRIDENT to spawn away from their flag carrier. Very well done by them. And it looks like it's going to be Fate trying to answer back. He goes through jump up, gets shot in the back. Chillians is there. He actually might be able to run this one in, but that's a huge kill by Zeus in the background. Allows his team to funnel in through courtside. Chillians is going to be running. They got support. It's just going to be a battle right now. They try and pull the flag. Textbook. Oh, they get the kills and the return. That's a huge play. Barney being very aggressive. He's still alive somehow, and he cleans up Beaston. Barney really should have died just then. He did not have first shots. He didn't even have first look to begin with. He somehow managed to stay alive. 4 down now, though, for the TRIDENT teams. The TRIDENT did have a bit of a chance to regroup and push up congestively. However, they didn't really have map control or the situation to grab and run a flag out. So right now, you will see them just trying to utilise this position. They do have time to run a flag, though. It's about a 16-second run in total. No. So, there's still enough time mathematically to do it. But right now, Damage has to get out there. He has an escort in front. He's got 2 players waiting for him, though. Yeah, Textbook, they're just going to push through that bar side, get the counter pull, and it looks like they'll be able to get that one away. And there is one person pushed up. If they can win this gun battle, this is going to be huge by Damage. It looks like they do keep the flag alive here. Can this one player clutch up? They do get it, and does he get the return? He does, but in the meantime, the Trident player also gets a kill out the front of Open and the return. That could have gone sour for both teams just then.
It could have indeed, but you know, it was really Textbook that had to do that risky move. They had to push up very quickly there and be aggressive because they didn't want to allow it to be a tight game at the end of the half. They wanted to make it 1-0 still in favour of them and still have that mentality in their favour.
Beaston, yet to get into the double digits, so only 9 kills for him. He's not having a good series. Chileans also isn't dropping the huge numbers which we've seen in the previous maps. That's got to be a factor right now that's playing into them. Textbook, though, they're up 1-0, and they're in prime position to take this one out.
We'll find out what they'll do in the next 5 minutes, of course, and if they can take it to a game number 5, which is an S&D riot, for those that are wondering there. It will be game 5 if it comes down to it. Of course, that series score is still 2-1 right now in favour of this Trident team.
He just had a Moors in a respawn. Such an unorthodox play by Zeus. It didn't work out. You could tell what he was going for. He just wanted control of the pool side there. Nice job by Swifty, though, to clean up Chileans. Very unorthodox. It could have worked out quite well if he actually got the shut off. Tried it now. Being the aggressors, they're going to push the point, run this through poolside. Damage nearly just exoed off the map. They will pretend we didn't see that one. The counter pull comes through, though, from Varent. He's got support from his team. The kills are going through. That's actually one play from trying to push off towards the bar side. Can they get the picks? Looks like he won't. Big two-piece by Zeus.
Yeah, definitely. It really helps him out right there. And then he pushes on in again. Barney and Zeus both pushing up here. And more almost at that flag return. Couldn't get it, though. Zeus decides to chill back here for a moment, help with the escort out with his teammate Varenzen, who does have that flag. Fade on the other side of things to Trident. A few players pushing up here, but Zeus and Varenzen make short work of that to defend this flag.
Last time we saw a stalemate, it was Textbook that came out on top. Will it happen again? It's going to be interesting. I love the way they do this, though. They love to be defensively. They want to get control of the middle of the map, trade out the kills just like that, and then they're going to push the point. One player from Trident, though, coming through. That's going to be Beastie. Picks off one. Can he redeem himself and get the double for Ensign? Not going to let that happen. They're good defense by them. One player from Textbook, that was Swifty, pushing up, but damage. Crucial gunfight for him to win. Does do so. Just going to pull back towards the alley side in the open, wait for his team to spawn up, and he's actually hugging
by himself right now. It's a bit risky.
This is real risky, especially with that player from Textbook coming down from the open side. He does spot him, though. He's on a head glitch, tags him up, XOing around the corner. He actually doesn't win the gunfight. That flag might get reset, and it looks like it will get picked up, though, by Fate, and that's the reset coming through for both of the teams once again. Wow.
Very lucky there. Chilean was defending with damage. He decided to push up instead and try and help with that return. And they managed to get it. But again, risky plays. And that's what you, like I've said before, you got to risk it for the biscuit in these sort of situations. And it seems like that is what the Trident team have realised that they want to do. They really have to push in for it and just try and capitalise on every little situation they can. Damage! Big two-piece. Can he stay alive?
What a three-piece!
The flag will get returned, and now Beaston will go for a run instead.
That's a huge play by Damage. He wasn't able to get the kill when he had the flag previously, but a three-piece like that helps his team so well. They're just running this one straight through poolside. Textbook overextending, trying to get on top of the flag, and he does run it in just as he drops on top of the flag. Textbook so close to capping, but what a reactionary play by Trident to level up the scoreboard.
Yeah, Damage really digging deep there to help out in that sort of situation. You know, he's 20-13 right now, really lifting his game overall as well. So the scoreline 1-1 apiece. 2 minutes left here in the second half. Down to that final quarter situation, of course, because it is 10 minutes, so quarter's broken up 2.5 minutes apiece. You'll see Textbook Barney, the last one left alive for the moment, as that Trident squad did pick up 3 of his teammates, so they're going to all now push up. Barney's going to chill back here a bit and try and stay alive and defend bit by bit, inch by inch, millimetre by millimetre, while that Trident team pushes up on him.
Yeah, they're also getting the picks. That's going to be a 3 down. Varenzen, last one alive. He does clean up one play. Needs to get back on his flag, but he drops from behind. Trident, now what are they going to go for? It looks like they want to try and pull this pool side, but the guys from Textbook going to do what they did previously, overextend to open, and the alleyway. One player is on top of that flag. That's a big kill by Chileans there. Now, who is that that's taking the flag? Barney. He can't stay alive, though, as he drops, and this might actually be Trident taking the lead. Yeah,
it should be there. They had a nice little setup there. It was Barney who pushed in, but he wasn't aware that it was Fate who was right around the corner there waiting and watching for that flag to be run. Beaston was there escorting Chileans as well. So, you know, they had a great setup. 3 down here, though. Fate's in the vicinity around here near statue, but they do manage to get that flag pulled. It doesn't get taken very far, though. Fate with that bell gets the 2-piece. Can't get the 3rd or the 4th. They're both there, too. But thanks enough, he was alive long enough to keep this one alive and keep the flag out of their hands. Oh, Varenzen trying to slide past there. The flag will get returned. 50 seconds left. All Trident need to do now is defend for 45, and they'll have this series in the bag.
That's what they're doing, and they know where the guys from Textbook are spawning. Fate just spotted one of them coming on in. He's going to actually clean up the kill. Fate having a really good map right now after not too well of a start in the hard point. He's pulled it back in the CTF, clutched up when it's needed. He's going to grab that flag. There is one player though, Swifty. He's pushed out, going for a counter pull of himself. He doesn't win the gunfight. Safe to say, if they do get that return though, it looks like one player, oh, it was Swifty. He's not going to be able to do much. And one final player, Brenton jumps up on to the jump up. Flag drops. They're just so... I know, there's so many textbook guys in the base of Trident, but the clock is their enemy. Their Bunny actually manages to exo around and get through it, but he's in the lobby, and the clock might be his biggest enemy right now.
Oh, look at this. He's 3 seconds away.
Not.
He's going to do his best right now. He's he got killed just short. He was probably about 0.5 to 1 second away from getting a cap in there. He was very close, but 2-1 the scoreline becomes in that CTF overall. Big plays indeed across the board there. But, you know, it's amazing to see from both these teams. I was just doing a couple of maths. 118 kills for Chileans in 4 games.
That's not bad. That's
so you
not
did well.
Too bad.
I just wanted to do that math quickly and just work that out for myself because I wanted to know. But, yeah, 118 kills. So he had 92, he had 46 during the first game, of course, which was hardpoint, 12 then in the S&D, 34 in the uplink, and 26 in the CTF. So that'll you know, he wasn't playing for stats, but he padded the stats a fair bit in that series.
But he didn't have a good half. The first half for that CTF, he was beasting, just dropping some, you know, not very convincing numbers. In the second half, when he started to get those picks, get that aggressive push with the SM1, and get the kills, it started to, you know, shift a little bit. Trident just getting more plays, pulling that flag, more capitalizing. Yeah. TF were constantly in their base, though. That's the thing I love. Every time, you know, a TF player would drop, there'd be another one in the base. And they'd kill them, another one in their base.
Yeah, textbook really right up in there at facing, you know, like you said, that aggressiveness was coming out and showing there. Right even towards the end, they were still hoping and staying alive as much as they could.
So close.
So quickly recap there, that hard point game that we saw, 212 points to 201 in favour of Trident. So a very close game. You know, then the S&D, 6-5, and that was again in favour of Trident, but it was round for round. And textbook actually had a round lead there during that S&D too. So, you know, it was sort of theirs to give up. 9-7 in the uplink, and now during that, obviously, textbook were in the lead at the half, 4-3. Hey, in the second half, they did lose that half. They lost a fair few points, but they got it in the end. Even after they failed a couple when they were getting told to throw the drone in, they decided to try to jump it. They still managed to come back and stay alive. But game number 4 was sort of where it was all done and dusted in that regards, and obviously 2-1. You know, it's sort of a very close overall game. And, you know, I'm looking at the scoreboard here from that CTF alone. Again, you know, the slaying factor doesn't really play that much into it. Like, obviously, it is more sided for Trident there, but textbook had plenty of flag runs there and plenty of opportunities. Looking at the captures and defense, you know, return-wise, it was the Trident team, obviously, because they did win by 1 cap, but grab-wise, it wasn't really that many more. Yeah,
it wasn't. TF, or not TF, so I just keep referring, it's because of I see Swifty there. Textbook, they're not out of it, though. They're going to be put into the losers bracket. They're still in it, you know. They still can, you know, walk away with a bit of prize money or, you know, some pro points. They're asking for a lot, though. There's already some big, you know, named teams that are in this losers bracket just for the first round. But Trident, you know, they show dominant performance, so you're going to advance further on into the bracket. And you know what I do want to hear? The words from the captain, though. So we're going to throw it to you on the main stage. Damage was Artemis for a bit of an interview. I'm keen to see what he has to say.
Thanks, BioAcid. I'm here with Damage from Trident Esports here. I just have to say that was such an intense match to watch, and I was feeling so nervous just watching. I can't imagine what it was like for you guys playing. Tell me how you're feeling.
No, feeling pretty good after that one. It was, you know, we were a bit worried after the loss on the uplink, because CTF is definitely one of our most under-practiced game modes, and so we didn't know what to expect when we were going into it, but the boys pulled through, and yeah, we're feeling pretty good.
You were doing really well on the respawns yesterday, but you were struggling a little bit with the S&D. Now that the competition's warming up, and obviously you're playing against a lot tougher competition, are you confident enough that you can step up the S&D to get those wins, or are you confident enough that your respawn will pull you through?
No, definitely confident in our S&D, although it is fairly random on this game, I have to admit. I do think that we're going to step up our S&D for today, and also our respawn's obviously still looking fairly solid, so we'll be relying on that also as well.
You'll be playing against Avant next. Now, obviously, we all know there's a bit of history there, picking up Beeson instead of Issei. Do you feel like there's something to prove there? There must be a lot of pressure. Are you confident that you can get the win?
Yeah, we're definitely confident we can get the win. Something to prove, I'm not sure about that. Obviously, we really want to win. it is a big game. Everyone thinks it's a big game. Massive rivalry, I guess you could say. So yeah, we do want to win, and then we're gonna take it as seriously as we take every other game. So.
3 of the members of your squad went over to LA for champs this year. Do you think that playing over there has helped you play better back here?
Yeah, going over all the time, you definitely learn a lot of stuff. Any of the players that go over there can vouch for that as well. So yeah, we have learnt a lot of things from the Americans and playing overseas, and yeah, that definitely has helped us here.
Thank you so much for your time, Damage. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with the games at our Twitter at ACL Pro, and we'll be back right shortly with the games.